To start, we will review how to assign a topic test to your students to be used as a pretest before you start the topic. Once you're logged into Pearson Successnet, go to Content tab and then select Tests and make sure to select your textbook, and the test type is Topic Test. Once you tap Go, you will see a list of all the topic tests. When you hover over and click on the topic test, a blue menu pops up where you can tap Assign. Make sure to pay attention to the end date, especially if you're not going to be giving it for a while. You can set the start date and end date before you tap Save. Also make sure to include enrichment and include remediation. Once you tap Save, it will notify you that the assignment has been made. The next thing we will review is how to assign the lesson quizzes for each lesson in a topic. Underneath the Content tab, select the topic that you're working on, and on the left you see the different lessons in the topic, and unfortunately there is not one button that selects all of them for you to assign. You have to go through each one and then tap Assign on the right. It pops up this screen again, which should be familiar to you, where you can select the students you want to assign to and change the end date if needed. That assigned it for lesson 6-1, and you need to go through each lesson and tap that Assign button and change the date if necessary and hit Save. If you want to see what it looks like on the student side, you can click View, and as you can see, the Learn, Examples, Guided Practice, and Independent Practice are there, but because we assigned it, the quiz option also shows up. Now let's take a look at what the students see on their side. Notice when the student signs in, he or she has a to-do list. When you tap on To-Do, you'll see that there has been a Topic 5 test assigned. And so I'm going to click on the Topic 5 test and complete this as quickly as possible. Notice when a student finishes, they are given their score, and it also breaks it down into what they need to continue working on. When I close this and look at my to-do items, it automatically puts in a tutorial for each of those lessons that I did not answer correctly on my topic test. Students can work through those tutorials and select I'm done when finished. The next thing we'll look at is what it looks like on the student side when they've been assigned a quiz for a particular lesson. Lesson 6-2, Algebra, Patterns and Expressions, has been assigned. When I click on that as a student, they have the Learn portion that they can watch at their own pace. They have examples they can look at, as well as guided practice and independent practice. When students go to the quiz, it's a short 5-question quiz on that lesson. At the end of the quiz, it will ask if they are ready to have their quiz graded, and when they tap Yes, it will show the score, and depending on how many questions are answered correctly, they either get the reteaching, the practice, or the enrichment. If you have those copies readily available in your classroom, they can go get those out of a bin, or they should be able to print from their iPad the actual worksheet. If it doesn't work, you'll have to make different arrangements for that to happen. It's nice how the website automatically grades it for you and levels the homework based on that quiz score. On the teacher side of things, you can see how each of your students performed on the topic tests by selecting reports and test scores. Make sure your correct class or group is selected. And from my report, I can see that my percentages are 5% and 20%. If you want to go to the item analysis underneath reports, you'll get a little bit different review of the data. I'm going to select Topic 5 test, and this screen shows me each of my students and the numbers that they missed on the actual topic test, giving me information on what I need to focus on with smaller groups of students. You can also select test scores underneath the Reports tab, and when you select the date in which the test was assigned, it will give you a breakdown of your students and which numbers were missed, the scores and their percentages, and then the mastery for topic 5 test. Notice the legend at the top shows which ones they've mastered and which ones they've not mastered. So you can imagine with a list of your entire classroom, you could focus on those particular lessons for the topic. Pearson Successnet is one of many tools you can use to help with individualizing math instruction for your students. Combine that with the resources on the EY blog, like the enrichment iBooks and math choice boards for each topic, and you're certainly on your way to personalizing learning for your students.